Greetings, everybody. My name is Corey. I am technical support for Lucas-Nuelle out here in the Williamsburg, Virginia office. Today I want to do a setup video with you guys on the high voltage battery trainer, the CarTrain. So I'm going to be using our demo unit here in the office. I'd like to do sort of an unboxing, but I don't have one that is fully boxed up. So I just kind of want to give you guys an idea of what you're going to get when you unpack your high voltage battery trainer. And how to get it set up and ready for use. So first, obviously, once you get the trainer installed onto the table, you'll have the two cases with your battery cells. This is what the cases will look like when they are full. For the sake of time, I already have most of the battery cells installed on our demo unit, but I will show you how to install at least one. The cases are numbered, so you'll have like cells 1 through 8, cells 9 through 16. The numbers are important because they coincide with slots on the trainer. I'm going to put these down, get them out of the way. Now, when your unit arrives, the panel that goes over the battery cells will be installed. There are thumb screws on each of the corners that you have to take off first in order to get the battery cells installed. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Now bear in mind ours here is missing one, so you will have 4. Alright, once that battery panel is removed, your brand new unit will have a protective film over this cover, which you can take off before you reinstall it. Now I'm going to try and bring this up to the camera. So each individual battery cell has a number that coincides with the slot number on the trainer. So this one ends in 15, so I'm going to be placing this one in slot 15. It is important that the cells go to their numbered space on the trainer for the sake of throwing faults and such in the exercises. The connector just plugs right in here. You'll have some Phillips head screws, which all of your hardware, when you unpack the trainer initially, will come in little baggies, some plastic bags. Just need a Phillips head screwdriver. I would suggest installing with a screwdriver, not a power drill, just so you don't crack the plastic on the tabs. So there are 2 screws for each cell once you have them placed on the trainer. And then there's going to be this orange cover that goes over the terminals here. There is a smaller thumb screw that has a little washer on it. You'll get those in plastic bags again. I would suggest putting the washer and the thumb screw on first because this is a little bit of a tight space. Especially for someone like me, I've got bigger hands. So you'll want to get the thumb screw on there first, get it started. And then you'll want to put the little orange protective cover, just slide it right on, and then you can tighten down that thumb screw. Now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall our panel. Alright, now that that is reinstalled, some of the other things that you're going to have to install first when you unpack the trainer, you have your high voltage disconnect, which you can see has a specific little pronged format there that has to match up with the outlet for it here. They're both orange, so you can't miss it. You'll go ahead and you'll install that, just push it straight in. And then there's a metal clip underneath that clips up. You heard the click. So you'll get that installed. You'll have 2 shunts for your 12-volt simulated battery here. You'll want to get those installed. You'll have the same with these shunts here for the battery management systems. There's the BMS2, BMS1. Go ahead and get those installed. Some of the things that you have to look out for, you have a high voltage fuse, says HV fuse on the trainer. Now that comes pre-installed when you unpack it, but if it does come out, that is where it goes. Right into the little slot there. You have your 12-volt service disconnect here, which this, and I'm going to try and zoom in on this a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So that's going to be this one here. Now this, if this gets opened up as part of an exercise, it'll look like this. As you can see, you can't just force it back in. We include a little orange plastic key. You can also use a flathead screwdriver. Essentially, you're just going to place that into the bottom here. And then what you want to do is this, you kind of push this back toward the trainer and in at the same time. So it pushes the mechanism in, and then you can push the little red clip back. I would advise keeping this with the disconnect, or at least in the drawers of the table that you have the trainer sitting on. The last thing is looking at the emergency stop here. This is basically, if this is pushed, it's going to shut the whole trainer down. This is a twist lock, so if it does get engaged and you need to disengage it, just twist counterclockwise and it will disengage the emergency stop. So that's pretty much everything that you need to get the trainer initially set up. You will also get a manual with it that contains the password for the instructor guide on the LabSoft course, which gives you access to the faults and all the details on how to trigger those and how to turn them off. You'll get a USB cable, which is going to connect to your computer in order to connect to the interface, the actual training interface with the LabSoft software. You have in the back here the 120 volt plug, basically plugs into any standard outlet. And that should be pretty much it in terms of getting this started. I hope that setup video was helpful. One last thing I should mention is down here where the USB plugs in, there are also your outlets for your measurement leads, so your voltmeter, your oscilloscope, and so on. So yeah, again, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, that should get you going with your high voltage battery trainer. If you ever need to get in contact with us for support, our information is on the Lucas-Nuelle website. If you have any issues with getting your software going or getting your trainer to do what you're trying to get it to do, just let us know. Like I said, hope that was helpful, and I will see you all next time.